Bum.
I had just hit play. That's the first thing on it. I'm leaving it.
It's harrowing.
It is.
It reminds me
Although
of
it does
Hercules.
remind me of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Well, you're in a basement with a ravenous undead. All right. So, last time on Landscape of Fear, Revius, we began the session with you. You were working away, testing the glass marble, found intricate sigils within that you believe state a spell called Arcane Eye. Aleric took company with an old friend, judging up suspicious information about glass shards within the dirt. And that was Elias Ferngold. He gave you some information, Aleric, that pertained to what you hoped to be the heist at hand, or at least at the very least, some going-ons at the Arcanum Academia. TJ, you ventured into an underground source and asked for a job involving Astrid Freehold. You were able to secure a bracelet, which you then gifted to Aleric's mother, Astrid. In exchange, you got some information. Do you recall what that information was?
That she was looking into the woods.
Okay, very good. Kopesh continued his connection with his mentor, and they discussed the history of founding families and lost informations. When at last the party came together for the day, planning commenced regarding the after-hours soiree to the Academia Ens Primum. Each share their own part of information related to the Arcanum that they know from living in this town, Cure Hall, for their lives. You all pieced things together about the layout and information of the security of the building, but not much else to go on. The party ventured forth to the library on the north side of town for a quick fact-checking trip. The information about the Sixth family is nearly confirmed with redacted details. However, you got kicked out due to some mishandling of inks, although Tegan did tear up a book without being seen. Next, you initiate your pre-op recon and traipse about the Arcanum. TJ disarmed the alarm system with some quick-witted somatic sigil diffusion and a suspicious glazed form that aided her quest, and that was the use of her corruption. While Tegan continued her recon within the offices of Mama Freehold, Aleric dreadfully gives the party a tour of his old stomping grounds. Cue crying students in the testing rooms and discoveries of oddly placed carpets and new things. Apparently there was a trapdoor put in, there's clods of dirt. Quickly, you finish your business and the party excuses themselves and returns to a later time. Beginning your uncooked omelet of a plan, Aleric zips off in his gaseous form to explore the offices of Calcif, the headmaster of the Institute. Meanwhile, Revius falls on his face while avoiding watchful eyes of the security golem downstairs, only thanks to his corruption ability. Quickly, you find the trapdoor. The party reconvenes downstairs to find a disturbing sight. A body of Ancient lay obliterated on the floor, a hole boring its way to a marble-sized pit within its head. Under it, a sigil of the spell Dream was painted on the floor. As experiments proceed, the party discovers heaps of cornite littering the scene, clearly involving another puzzle, perhaps, a piece. And lastly, pages of research point to a solution of the mystery, but not before the mummified body lurches to life and undead growls drip from its form. All right. And thank you to Ashley for writing these wonderful recaps. It is an immense help.
Yeah. It really is.
And it saves me from doing them myself. So, without further ado, the party has rolled initiative. Refresh your memories on that if you will. Prepare yourselves on Owlbear. Get your minis ready if you can. I will do my best to control Greg's for the session.
Much appreciated.
Indeed, indeed. Greg, as far as I recall, you were kneeling over the corpse doing some prayer.
Exactly.
Okay.
Trying to do last rites rituals.
Okay, excellent. For the rest of you, place yourselves where you think you would be. I'm not terribly concerned about the metagaming, unless like you specifically said something, then maybe I'm forgetting. In Greg's case, it was very explicit.
I pulled a marble out of his head, and then he started moving, so I have to be right there.
Okay. Yeah. Bear with me one moment. All right. So you were in the basement. I'm going to reread the description of the room before we get going. The long stone stairs descend from the intricate metal trapdoor above. Now this is on the right side of the room. So you've come down the stairs. You heard it seal shut behind you. So the party apparently is trapped down here, perhaps. The thick walls and ceiling of stone and dirt are immediately oppressive and quiet and dark alike. A row of 3 earthen pillars, equidistant, stand out with torches that flicker with fitful light. To your left, there is a row of sandbags behind the stairs with some unkempt bedrolls beyond them. Along that same southern wall, to the end of about a 200-foot rectangular basement, there are a series of wash basins in the far corner, with drains around them and crates of crystals, which you assume are coronite. Across the room, on the opposite end, mirroring this, so the northern side to your right as you come down the stairs, across the room on the far wall, you make a strangely bound mound on the floor, surrounded by chalky residue and arcane sigils, with tables on the walls surrounding it. So this is in the far right corner on the top. Now, the party is sort of arrayed around this corpse, and it has lurched to life with a growl. Some of you noticed some things about it, but there will be time to discuss that later. For now, Tegan, you are first. And you can tell that this creature is hostile. It is zombified, lurching forward toward probably Kopesh in an attempt to ensnare him.
I'm going to probably pull out my rapier and just try to stab it.
Okay, yeah, make an attack roll for me.
A nat 20.
Nat 20, excellent. You do get your sneak attack dice because
Fantastic.
Kopesh is next to it.
Fantastic.
Indeed.
All right. So I got a 19, but I didn't roll my sneak attack dice. Hold on. Okay, so 26.
You got 19?
For the damage. 19 plus the sneak attack dice. So 26. Oh, wait. How the fuck?
I don't
Sorry.
know. That seems a little high for a rapier.
Yeah, no. I rolled it and said 1d8 plus 4. Oh. Did that already add it? I think it added the sneak attack dice onto it.
It probably rolled 2d8 plus your mod. So it could be 19. If you rolled
Yeah,
two
19.
eights. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, sorry. Like I rolled it and it said damage and then it said 19 and I was like, okay, cool. But that's 19.
Okay, excellent. So 26 total damage, correct?
Yeah.
That's a big smack. Okay. Now, is there any movement you would like to perform?
Yeah, I would like to immediately disengage.
Okay. Excellent. He is not going to make an attack of opportunity because your feature disallows it. So your bonus action is free if you would like to move and hide. If you'd like to dash, just let me know what you want to do.
I'm gonna hide behind Kopesh.
Okay, so you just like dart back behind Kopesh immediately. Ooh, new mini. Who dis? Okay.
Brian.
No, I meant the mini. I do see Brian though. Hello, Brian. Bear with me one moment.
I swear to God, if I get killed because TJ's afraid.
I just did 26 damage to this thing. How about you just say thank you?
If it does 26 damage to me, then I get that.
Okay. The undead figure sort of lurches and lolls its head to the side. Its tongue falls out the bottom of its mouth. It doesn't even have eyes as far as you can see. It's probably operating on some sort of blind sense. its tentacles sort of fall out of its pores, and like there's rotting holes underneath the mummified wraps, and this one tentacle comes slashing out at Kopesh. However, it's really a tentacle wrapped around a coronite spike.
Ew.
Yeah, it's super gross.
It has a tentacle coming out of it.
It does, and I rolled a natural 22.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. That 26 damage doesn't sound too far off, huh?
You'll be okay. You take 10 piercing damage, Kopesh, and I need you to... Oh, no, you are grappled as well. So the spike lances into your armor, and then the tentacles ooze over the edge, wrapping themselves around you. He is then going to move to the side slightly. And lash out an attack at TJ. Another tentacle bursts forward. TJ.
Yep.
Does a 9 hit?
I don't believe it does. Hold on. No, it doesn't.
Okay, I hope not. Okay. That will end his turn. He's going to use a legendary action. There is a tether of light that appears from one of the holes in the side of his body. And over on the far end of the room, you see the crates of coronite glow. And holes from your previous slash begin to heal up, Tegan.
Okay, can I yell to the party beforehand?
Absolutely.
Hey guys, I don't know if you noticed, but I think that this creature's healing itself with a coronite. Can somebody try to destroy the boxes, please?
All right. Excellent. Eleric, it is your turn.
There's 4 boxes there in the corner.
There are 4 boxes, but the coronite you can see are these chunks just to their right on the bottom left-hand corner of the room, that southern wall.
Okay. Can I launch all 3 of my magic missiles at that pile of coronite?
Absolutely. Fire 1 off at each, and let me know how much damage you do.
Okay. One was a 3, one was a 5, and one was a 4.
Okay. The closest, the arcane dart slams into the center and explodes it just into a fine mist of dust. And you see the tether of light flicker between the creature and them. The other 2 slam in, but they do not entirely destroy the clusters. 1 is destroyed of the 3. Excellent.
I'm going to just move behind this little pedestal.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
Those are pillars that they go all the way up to the ceiling. They're pretty thick.
Oh, cool.
You are secure behind it. Okay, Revius, what would you like to do?
I want to use my action to summon my Eldritch Cannon.
Okay, sure. It appears how, on your shoulder or arm?
Yep. It sort of unfurls basically from the coats of Revius, and it is this large mechanical arm.
Excellent. Would you like to use it with your bonus action?
Absolutely. I'm going to use the Force Ballista for this so I can try and push it away from my friends.
Excellent. Okay.
Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, unnatural 20?
Hits.
Oh god.
The dirty 20.
Kopesh is definitely making you tea after this.
Fancy tea.
Was that music in the game or was that lightning in Texas?
I think that was Greg.
Right. 14 force damage, and it pushes it 5 feet away from where Revius is.
Excellent.
Which isn't that much, but...
That's fine. Okay, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Kopesh, could you make a dexterity saving throw for me? This is sort of a bonus chance. I'm going to give you a chance to escape the grapple due to the force.
That would be a 22.
Excellent. Kopesh, as you are, both of your hands wrap around this coronite spike that's approaching your chest, and you're trying to keep it from
Oh
piercing
god,
the
I'm
armor.
touching it.
Yes, you are. And the force ballista slams the side of the creature and actually shatters it, throwing the creature to the side. So he no longer has a grip. And that was fortunate because the tentacles looked like they were about to start, biting at you like leeches. Okay. Kopesh.
That's disturbing.
It is. Kopesh, it is your turn. You are free of the grapple, by the way.
Alright, since I'm free to grapple and he's a little bit further than me, I will use this. I'll cast second level spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And let me roll to hit.
Not gonna lie, I really appreciate the thunder in the background.
What shape was your spiritual weapon again?
It is a miniature door.
That's right.
It's gnome
And that
size.
would be a 16 to hit.
16 just hits. Roll
Oh,
damage for me.
thank God. It's hold on. That is 9 damage.
Okay, excellent. All right. So,
I'm gonna stay exactly where I am because my friends look a little squishy. So I'm just like, y'all can stand behind me. I've got you.
excellent. Okay.
Don't worry, I'm already doing it.
He throws a Kopesh throws a glance at teacher. Just
All right. The creature is going to use a legendary action. You feel you have the gem, correct, TJ?
Yeah, the marble that was in it.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
feel it grow warm wherever you put it. If it's in your pocket, your hand, it just grows warm. And the arcane sigil
Ew.
below you glows with fervent red light.
Oh, good.
Yes, and the light splashes upward. It only affects, unfortunately, Kopesh. Kopesh, I would like a wisdom saving throw.
fuck.
Sorry, buddy.
So what exactly happened? Sorry, it cut out on me a little bit.
You need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, it's the sigil that you're standing on.
Okay, let me roll.
Okay.
We're going into Freddy Krueger's world.
Maybe.
Okay, thank God. Okay, that's 22.
Excellent. Okay. The light washes over you briefly, and you are able to push it away. You were feeling very drowsy, though, for a second there. Okay. So this takes us to
Oh, fuck.
this takes us to the end of the round. I'm going to do a quick round recap, which I was kind of hoping that our rounds would move faster. We will get used to these things,
Yeah, it's
though.
partially my fault.
That's okay.
It's a timer built into Owlbear. I just found it.
Oh, excellent. We may consider using that in the future. I'm going to keep it moving for now. So, Tegan, to open the combat, you struck the creature with your rapier and you just plunged it right through the center mass of the creature. And as you pulled it out, spraying the ground with arterial red spray, you looped over behind Kopesh. The creature then lurched forward, sending out coronite spiked tendrils toward the two of you. You deftly dodged yours, however, Kopesh was struck by one. Revius then fired an arcane ballista that knocked the creature over to the side, throwing it 5 feet, but also shattering the tendril that was locking down Kopesh. Eleric, noting that the crystals on the ground were glowing with sort of healing energies that the creature was using, he fired off arcane missiles, destroying one of the 3 clusters. With Kopesh almost being put to sleep, we begin round 2. Tegan, it is your turn.
Okay. Question.
Yes.
Did we decide if Coronite was like super flammable?
I do not believe it's flammable.
Okay.
But I don't know if that was a conversation. I'm okay to being overruled on that.
No, I just don't know if we decided it because I'm trying to think of how to destroy these Coronite clusters before doing more damage to this monster.
Tegan, make an Arcana check for me. Out of turn, you know.
Nah, I'm not gonna be able to. Oh, I got a 20.
Hey.
Not a nat 20, but a 20.
A dirty 20. Got ya.
Why did you sound so negative before you even look?
Because it's a +1.
That's how Jacob is. He's just negative. Jacob, you're looking, or Tegan rather, looks at the tether of light. You can tell that perhaps simply if there was an obstacle between, that would be enough to sever, but the creature could then move and reestablish the
Into
tether.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe you just, I mean, you could move the crystals. You could put something between the two of you. You could lock his movement down.
Okay. So I'm going to move myself. I'm going to go to the. Where is it even?
The crystals are down in the bottom.
No, the monster.
He's right
Still in this. Oh, okay. I'm gonna move myself to block the site. The like right. I'm gonna go right in the center of the tether. Does that work?
It will, but you think that the creature can simply move now to reestablish the
Okay.
connection.
Well, I already said that I'm gonna do that.
It's you're discovering things, and you're still going to be able to take a full turn. So,
And I'm going to just attack it again.
Okay.
With the rapier.
make your attack for me.
A natural 20 again.
Okay, roll damage for me. You still get sneak attack.
Okay. 17.
Nice. Okay. 17 damage. The creature is bloodied. However, actually, he can't use a legendary action because you are blocking it.
Huzzah!
Fortunately, it is his turn, so he will.
On huzzah.
Yeah, he moves. Now he moves just to the left. One, actually, yeah, yep. He has to move to the left. He moves to the left 1 square, and he resumes his assault on the two of you. 1 attack to Kopesh and 1 attack to TJ. The first attack to Kopesh is nice and low. This is an 11 to hit, Kopesh.
Nah.
Nah.
The tendril comes out this time, and you are over it and disgusted by it, and you bat it away with ease. However, I did roll another natural 20 on poor TJ.
Nah, that's fine.
Okay.
A nat 20? Jeez. Okay.
Yeah. The damage isn't terribly high in this creature. You take 13 piercing damage, and you are grappled, so you're being held in place.
Okay.
His turn will end. He will use a legendary action to regenerate health from the Coronite. He, however, does regenerate 5 less than last turn.
Is he still bloodied?
He is still bloodied.
Uh-oh. Eleric to the rescue.
Eleric, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna cast a mold earth cantrip and move a 5-foot cube of dirt in front of the Coronite.
Excellent. You dump a chunk of dirt. That's what that shield is. You dump a chunk of dirt there. Now you think if he moves more, he will reestablish connection, but this severs it completely. Between yourself and TJ being buffers, the two of you have severed the connection entirely.
Good job.
Excellent. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay. All right, Revius, it is your turn again.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just measuring. Good enough. I'm gonna move and follow suit of the others, but with a little bit of a different goal in mind. I'll move in front of his line of sight, sort of.
Okay.
Use the ballista again.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot him if I can with my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
17?
17 hits. Roll damage. Are you pushing him 5 feet?
Absolutely. Uh, 12 force damage.
Excellent.
Pushed 5 feet away from me.
I already moved him.
And then I'm... Oh, you already moved him?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
That's okay.
And then I'm going to use my main action to... Yeah, I'll just use shocking grasp.
You'll have to run up to him to use that. It's melee.
Shit, it is.
Yeah. You could use Firebolt.
Well, I use Firebolt.
Okay.
Revius got a look on his face like, ugh, I'm not getting...
He sort of goes to touch it and is like, I'd rather not.
I'll leave that to Kopesh.
12 to hit.
12. Unfortunately, the firebolt flies over the shoulder of the creature. It's almost like when you got pushed. You weren't expecting that much move.
Damn. Okay.
Excellent.
Do I still get to roll to disengage from the grapple? From that?
Yeah, let's say yes. I just did a dexterity saving throw. I would let
Okay.
you choose strength, though, because it's really, it's not a rule.
Dex is better for me than strength. 13.
Okay, you just beat the DC. So, TJ, you don't quite have your footing, but you see the blast coming, and you know that you just sort of, you push the tentacle to the side, and it grazes that arcane bolt and shatters. You are free.
Huzzah!
Yeah, he's trying to suck your guys' vitality away, so well done.
Yeah.
Okay, Kopesh, it is your turn. He is right next to you. He's on your right. TJ is 10 feet away, but he is safe. And I spoke a little out of turn. He is going to use another legendary action. The sigil lights up since you and TJ are on it. I need wisdom saving throws from the both of you, but since you've resisted it, I want advantage on this save from you, Kopesh.
I did not save. I got an 8.
TJ's taking a nap.
I'm tired, guys. I'm going to sleep.
I'm certainly glad you said advantage, because I would have rolled a 7, but instead I got an 18.
Awesome. You maintain your presence of mind. However, TJ does fall on the ground fast asleep. Fortunately, that molded
What the hell
earth...
are you doing? I look over, what the hell are you doing?
Fortunately, that molded earth that's on the ground is doing the work of the now prone TJ. So it's a team effort here. Kopesh, it is your turn.
All right, well, since we're right next to each other, might as well just start blasting. I'm going to cast Sacred Flame, check cantrip.
Okay.
Dex save, 14 meets or beats it.
He fails with a 10.
Well, that's a pitiful 5 damage overall. Damn it.
Damage is damage.
It has to be close to dying, though.
I'm also going to bonus action move my spiritual weapon closer,
Okay.
right next to behind him, and then whack him in the butt with a book.
Absolutely. Okay. Your spiritual weapon slams toward him. What's your attack roll?
Never mind, that misses. That was a 12. Damn it.
It slams into the ground, unfortunately missing. Okay, that is Kopesh's turn. TJ, you are unfortunately asleep for your turn. I would like a wisdom saving throw to see if you can shake out of it.
No, I like my nap. Thank you.
You're sleeping.
I got an 18 though.
Okay, you wake up. Unfortunately, you do lose your turn. The creature is going to risk an attack of opportunity on Kopesh after making 2 attacks against him. But first... Oh, another nat 20. What is wrong with me?
Or what is right?
Hey. I mean, you're all going to die. 13 piercing damage on Kopesh. And then Kopesh does a 19 hit.
I'm gonna venture out and say yes.
He's got that cleric shield. He could have 20, maybe?
Can we see everybody's sheet?
Yeah, if you want to load it up, you can. I've got a bit going on, so I'm not gonna. Greg, does 19 hit?
Yes, 19 hit.
Okay. You take another 8 damage after the crit.
So 13 plus 8 for 21 total.
Yes. And he is going to...
Got it.
Okay, he's going to move, but he moves actually with you. He's dragging you with his tendrils.
Motherfucker.
So that's his full movement, and he has reestablished the tether. Eleric, it is your turn.
I gotta destroy the rest of this Coronite, so I'm just gonna fire another round of magic missiles at the remaining ones.
Okay. You don't need to roll damage. You can actually destroy one of them for sure. The other one you'll have to roll, and then you could potentially reserve the third bolt to go toward the creature or the Coronite. I'll let you split them up if you want.
Yep, sounds good.
So one's definitely destroyed because it only has 1 hit point left.
Okay. One was a 4, one was a 2, and one was a 5.
Okay.
So I'll put the 4 and the 5 toward the Coronite, and the last 2 toward him.
Okay. He does take that last 2 points of damage, and all of the Coronite reserves are destroyed. You see the tether wink out of existence.
Yes.
Excellent. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Revius? You see the corpse shambling. It's like it's got 2 Coronite pincers into the sides of Kopesh, and it's pulling him toward the back corner of the room.
Ah! Oh, okay.
I gurgle out. I'm okay.
The corpse mutters back, "No, he's not."
Oh fuck! I scream. Ah!
Alright. I'm not sure where the squares are. It's not lining up quite well, but I think I can be 10 feet away from him just to use the... It's a ranged spell, the ballista. So if I am 5 feet, I have to do it with disadvantage, right?
Yes, within 5 feet.
Ooh.
Radkin.
Disadvantage then?
Sure, or you could shoot first and then move.
Yeah, but I want to push it back into out of sight.
Oh, Bryce destroyed the Coronite. There is none left.
Oh, well, never mind. Fuck it. I'm going back to where I came from. Okay. I don't need this.
All right.
Alright, bonus action. Force Ballista, first of all.
Okay.
Whoo! Nat 20 for a 26.
26 damage.
God damn.
No, nat 20.
Oh.
Total 26 to hit.
Okay. How much damage?
If it's dice, roll it twice.
Yeah, or roll once and double it. I don't care which.
Don't worry, it was awful. 7 total.
Oh. I'm sorry. That's a bummer.
It's okay. Touch. I want to use my main action to cast a spell called Snare.
Okay.
Because I'm afraid of where he's dragging Kopesh.
Okay. So you're going to cast the snare underneath him?
Yes. Creature must succeed on a dexterity saving throw, or be magically hoisted into the air, leaving it hanging upside down 3 feet above the floor.
Okay. I'll allow it. It's got a minute casting time, unfortunately.
What? Oh. Well, I can do
Oh,
something else.
it's like a prepare in advance
I
kind of
didn't
thing.
realize it was a...
Yeah. We're going to roll with it, though. What kind of a check does he make? Dex save?
Yeah, dex save.
Okay, he fails.
Woo! He's restrained.
Okay. So how far up into the air does he go?
3 feet.
3 feet, 3 feet, okay. He lifts up, his hooks are still into Kopesh, but he is restrained.
Is Kopesh also in the air?
No. The creature isn't quite that large. So I'll say that Kopesh is still on the ground, but the tentacles are like stretched.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that your turn, Revius?
Yeah.
Okay. Kopesh, it is your turn.
Well, I'm going to take advantage of being Fey touched, and I'll use my Misty Step to go back 30 feet closer away from this guy with my friend.
Excellent. I am just moving you to safety. You are well away. You are 30 feet away, roughly. Your spiritual weapon will make attacks with advantage here, too. Actually, use your bonus action.
Yes.
He is restrained, though. So he automatically fails. Oh, I'm sorry. He has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws if you want to throw another sacred flame.
Can you not hear me anymore? What's going on?
No, we can hear you now.
Oh, okay. I was telling about the sacred flame, and then nobody reacted. I was like, oh.
Yeah, we didn't hear you.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I'm going to do since he's restrained.
Okay, excellent. He will make this with disadvantage. And
Sorry, the push to talk fucks me up.
that's okay. It is an 8. He does fail, so roll damage for me.
Shall I roll damage?
That was a 4.
4? Okay. Alrighty. Tegan, it is your turn. The creature looks very weak. He has crawled away. You can see the tentacles. Actually, yeah, you can. No, they were around Kopesh, but they're not. They're just hanging loosely now as he is restrained, hanging upside down. What would you like to do?
So I have a question. If I were to move like behind the cannon, would I get my sneak attack?
So I think the cannon is on Revius, and ordinarily
okay.
you wouldn't, but since he is restrained, you have advantage, and advantage grants you sneak attack damage.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
So I'm going to pull out my crossbow,
Okay.
and I'm going to just shoot my crossbow at it.
Excellent. Okay. Fire away.
Though I don't have the damage for my crossbow.
That's okay. Well, we're going to say it's a 1d8.
Okay, 1d8.
I think light, like hand pistols are 1d6. Light should be 1d8. Heavy maybe 1d12
Oh,
or
wait.
1d10.
I accidentally rolled the wrong thing. 18 to hit.
18 hits. Did you roll advantage?
No, I didn't roll advantage.
Okay, you might get a crit. You never know.
I got a 26 the second time around with a 19. So.
19. Okay. Give me damage.
Yeah. Oh, wait, though. I think I have a feature that 19 is a crit.
I'm not familiar with that for rogue.
Not, Oh, never mind. I didn't Sorry, I saw my lucky trait and thought differently.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay.
Okay. So then, 10.
10 damage. Okay, excellent. The crossbow bolt fires off. The creature is snared, hanging upside down, 3 feet off of the ground. The bolt slams right into the throat of the creature. You see the brains just sort of squirming with the rotted coronite. He is just barely alive. I need to look at snare again.
I'm also going to be right back. I actually need to run to the bathroom.
Okay. Okay. He screams. Kopesh hasn't moved back, right? Someone moved him.
I did not,
Okay.
but maybe someone did.
He's down there. He teleported.
I mean, I misty stepped 30 feet, but I haven't moved since.
Okay. So he can't hit anyone. He is restrained, and everyone has moved away, and he is unable to do any of his legendary actions. So he is going to make a saving throw. He does get out of the snare, and he falls to the ground and stands up. But that is his turn. So, Eleric, it is your turn. You can't see any other threats outside of this anymore.
Okay. I'm pretty far away, but I think I have got a clear line of sight that I can launch a firebolt from like 120 feet away, and I'm going to try to hit him.
For sure.
It is a 14 to hit, so maybe not.
14 unfortunately does miss.
Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to try and do?
Nope. I think from where I'm at, that's good.
Okay. Very well. Revius, it is your turn.
If I use my ballista to shoot at it, is it a choosing to move it 5 feet, or does it just always? Like, will it release the snare if I move him?
Well, he's already out of the snare, so
Okay.
I don't know.
But never mind. Bonus action. Force Ballista.
Okay.
14? No hit.
Unfortunately, also misses. Same as Alaric's 14.
Ooh.
He
Okay.
is on the ground, crouched as just ballista and arcane energies fly past him, splashing against the wall. Would you like to use your action?
Yeah. Huh. Well, I'm just gonna firebolt it.
Okay, make an attack.
Firebolt the fuck out of it.
21.
21 hits. Roll damage for me.
One.
Oh my god. All right.
1 entire damage.
Firebolt hits it on the fingertip. The creature roars. His legendary actions have been expended, however, fortunately by the party. And Kopesh, it is your turn.
How is this thing not dead?
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and fuck. Well, use my regular action to take a claim.
Okay.
Dex save.
I rolled a 21.
Oh, now he's dexterous. Stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well. Bonus action, swinging my spiritual book.
Okay. Please, God.
Don't worry, I'll kill it the next turn.
I rolled a 1. Never mind. I'm just pointless. I'm gonna run back though. I'm just gonna take like 10 steps back, 10 feet back.
Okay. Tegan, it is your turn.
All right. So, is it still snared?
No, it is down.
Okay. I'm gonna run up to it and use my rapier.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
All right. Let's hope to God that I actually hit and kill this thing. I got a 9, so I missed.
All right. He's gonna make. Are you moving away after your attack?
Oh yeah. I'm disengaging and running behind Revius.
Okay. I think Kopesh actually moved farther
Gee,
back.
thanks.
Revius, you are going to be attacked twice.
Okay. I don't think I can.
Oh, only an 11. I rolled low on both.
Oh. Okay. 11 does not hit.
Okay. He misses. Eleric, it's your turn.
I get close as I can. Actually, how close can I get right now?
I don't know. This is one of those examples of when DMs say they should have just killed a creature because he has like 2 health left.
I'm too far away. I'm gonna try my firebolt again.
Okay.
I should be rolling. Okay, there we go. It's a 26.
Excellent. Roll damage for me.
All right.
Get a 2.
It's 11
I hope
damage.
it's bigger than 1.
All right. Alaric, you look out at this scene of Revius firing blast after blast and firebolt after firebolt, and just singeing the creature. You see Tegan running up and swinging. You see spiritual weapons slamming the ground. You see flames poofing out of existence above the creature. And you're wondering how this thing is not dead yet. And you just snap your fingers and throw a firebolt, and it slams into the torso of the creature, igniting it and throwing it down, smote upon the cellar floor.
Thank God.
Well done. All right. So, the party has had a harrowing night. The heist went a little sideways, a little odd, and you've just been attacked by a walking corpse. None of you have probably experienced this. However, you're probably a little less than shaken up than you would be the other day because, well, you were attacked by glass mirror images of yourself. It's been a weird weekend. Is there anything anyone would like to do just in the immediate aftermath? The corpse fallen just to the ground, and you're all sort of panting and staring at each other.
I resume last rites.
Okay.
I'm just staring at the corpse, like, kind of wondering if it's going to move again.
Fair.
I kick it.
Excellent. Kopesh is praying over it, and you, like, just kick it. It's pretty rotten.
Damn you, DJ! Go back to sleep.
It's pretty rotten. Your foot, like, sinks a good 3 inches into it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I like move my foot back and like kind of rub the remains on Kopesh's foot.
I swear to God.
What in the ever-loving fuck is going on? I am so tired of this.
Normally I would disengage. Normally I would disagree with this, but I think that we should leave.
No shit. We just... I am out of steam. I don't understand what happened upstairs. I don't understand what happened down here. We are infected with some sort of glacious, weird shadows. I don't want any part of it. I just want to go to work on Monday and just live normal life. Why was I dragged into this?
For a deer.
I am not a thief. What are we doing here after night?
I'm sorry I dragged you guys in here. I didn't expect any of this. I mean, I just thought we were going to find some treasure, not experimentation or whatever was going on.
Kopesh looks up after he's done the last rite. Maybe we should get out of here before we become jail buddies. I'm way too ready for prison.
Can I get a sense of how much time has passed so far?
Honestly, probably only like an hour.
Okay. I can't leave yet. I don't know what's happening at the Arcanum, but this isn't the Arcanum I know. And I just need to know more.
Eleric, you said so yourself. You haven't been here in ages. You failed your courses. Something way deeper than the surface is happening here. And if we get involved, we don't know what we're getting ourselves into. This is out of our league.
I would like perception checks from everyone.
Passive or?
Give me
You said what check? What check?
Perception.
Yep.
6.
5.
Okay.
9.
Kopesh?
Oh shit, that wasn't very good. 8.
Okay. After you finish speaking, Revius, you hear a voice just behind you, and it says, "Infected with glass, you say?"
I turn on my heel.
Nothing's there.
Okay, did anybody else hear that?
Anyone close to you heard it as well.
Oh.
Are you sleepy too?
I think I'm hallucinating from stress-induced panic attacks, but anybody else? Got a theory?
I have a theory that we should leave. I understand that Eleric doesn't want to do that. However, I'm under the assumption that when we break into a place, we should be leaving as quickly as possible.
Try to talk to the voice.
What?
What did you hear?
You didn't.
No.
They were questioning my sanity, probably, but also the glass stuff.
So they can hear you then.
They know about us being splashed? These voices?
Who is this they? Who is they? Why are we still here? Why are we not walking out the door?
You're not walking out that door because I'm not done with you yet. The invisibility spell shimmers away as Calcif, the old high elf, stands before you. A bowwright, a freehold, a sun lover, and an ex-convict. My.
Sounds like a punchline to a bad joke.
Yes, you walk into a basement and you get blackmailed. How's that, TJ?
Oh shit.
She immediately, her face, like, rage is on her face.
Alsif, What kind of experiments is the Arcanum doing here?
We are searching for the future of the city, of our people.
By creating undead demons like this?
We did not create this. And why are you asking the questions here? Young sir, I believe you chose a different path. You could have been with your mother, working side by side with me.
Sure, if word gets out about experiments on corpses, the Arcanum will have another thing coming.
I suppose it will be your word against mine. The only reason I've revealed myself is because I think I would much prefer a symbiosis between yourself and my institute.
I
So
lean over.
here's-
What's a symbiosis?
Here's the thing, Calcif.
Yes.
How can you just try to blackmail us when we also have information about what's going on here? It's not like we don't have evidence.
Well, it's your word against mine, and you'll have to attempt.
It's my word against yours when I have physical evidence of what's going on here.
You do have physical
Kopesh
evidence.
unwillingly scoops a piece of his body into a little bag on his side. Just play everybody's trusting.
Okay, you do so. He looks at you, Tegan, and he says, "You assume that the mayor doesn't know about this, that the captain's guard is not aware of my doings, that my needs are not greater than yours."
You assume that I'm talking about the guards people and the mayor, but I'm talking about what if the entire city knew about what was going on here.
Oh, it's just the beginning. This has been going on since before you were born, Tegan. You think more people don't know?
I assume that the entire city doesn't know.
Well, why don't you just leave and tell the entire city? You found a big bad ghost in the basement of the Arcanum. I'm waiting. Run along. I'll talk with your friends. Maybe they'll be more receptive. Let
Receptive
the
to
crazy
what
young
exact-
Bowrite run her mouth in the town square till she turns blue.
Kind of symbiosis.
No, I'm not done with Tegan here. Young Tegan, tell me. How will you tell the people?
I do have a piece of paper with your writing on it.
I know. And then she looks over at he looks over at Eleric. Somebody has been busy in my quarters.
I look over at Eleric and I'm like, "Oh wait, you have evidence too? Oh, we have 2 pieces of paper. Fantastic."
Yes, pieces of paper. Ooh, you're going to get the whole city behind you with that. So, will we make a deal or will we play a game of truth or dare?
I look over at everyone else.
How much money do you need?
I don't need money. This isn't about money, TJ.
I mean, what would we be able to give you that you wouldn't already have resources to?
Bravery.
Have you seen our party? We have 2 people that are
I'm
arguing.
lacking.
Yes,
Will you stop, TJ?
I have seen your party. You're young and you're ambitious. I was hoping if I backed you up against a wall, I could see some real fight. So, Will we make a deal? Or will you go on your way? And we'll see what comes of it.
I'm listening.
That's one of 4.
I'm still here.
I'll hear you out.
All right. And you, Tinkerer? Awfully quiet.
Go on.
Come and step into the circle.
Oh no, you're not gonna do that to me again.
It's part of the process.
I feel we're owed some explanation.
All right. That orb of glass you hold, TJ, inside it is the arcane sigil for Dream. My rumors speak that there are more being found all over. In creatures, we found one in a deer several weeks ago.
We
So
also
you didn't
found
create
something.
these marbles?
We did not create the marbles. See, that's why you don't go running your mouth in the town square about things you don't understand, Bowright. Anyway, it's the arcane sigil for Dream. When I put energy into it, it will give you a dream state. We've tested it on many students. I have tested it myself. Everyone gets a unique dream. We found this corpse in the lumber yard in the southern Weirwood. Animal attacks were growing quite vicious in the area, and the corpse was dug up at the time under a felled tree. And when we gave it a dream, it came to life, and it craved nothing but coronite.
What do these dreams give us?
Insight.
Those sound really dangerous.
Insight to what?
Can I do an insight check to see if he's, like, screwing with us?
Are you doing an insight for insight checks?
Yeah, an insight for insight checks. Nat 1.
Okay. He says, step in the circle, and you'll learn something.
I step into the circle.
Okay. Does everyone?
I'll join.
Okay. Eleric?
I mean, if TJ is doing it, I am.
Okay. Eleric, I would like you to make an insight check.
19.
He seems to be keeping an eye on you and you alone. All right.
I'll join.
Okay. Everyone steps in the circle, and he
And we all die.
he motions for you to hold out the orb, TJ.
I hold it out.
Okay. He pulls an arcane focus out of his pocket, like a little crystal, and you can see it light up with just spell energies, and he taps the two orbs together with a click. Sorry, I was changing the songs. All right. The arcane sigil on the ground lights up and ignites once again. You are all covered and washed in this sensation. You are you're welcome to make a wisdom saving throw, but I'm assuming by actively standing in the circle, you are forgoing the save.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. The four of you stand in the circle again. your surroundings are different. You look down at the ground and you see the four of you curled up. You see Calcif, a shadowy figure of himself, walking over into the corner. An imp appears. There's a little imp in the corner, and he's just taking notes. And you see Calcif talking to him briefly. The ceiling above you is gone. You are just in an earthen hole, like 20 feet deep. And you all look around at each other, and you're all here, exactly as though you were standing next to each other. It's like you're in just a shared another realm. The four of you look around and you look up and you see that the sky above Kier Hall is a tethered mass of like black varicose veins. The sky is just webbed and corrupt. If you are to crawl up the stone stairs and stand basically on ground level with Kier Hall, it's a wasteland. The plains are awash with these horrendous dark whirlwinds. The forest is darker than ever before. It's just like a black mass with tips of treetops. Revius, you look over what was once your hometown, or at least your newest hometown, and there are no buildings. It is replaced with just a wash of waste. It is dirt. It is leveled. The river itself runs like a cancerous sore. It's like molten black. As you survey things around you, you see something in the distance. Looks like a childlike figure. You are immediately reminded of the glass creatures you saw when you looked through the seeing stones, the hag stones in the Stellan Plains. As you're surveying the grounds, this small childlike figure notices that it's being watched. And it turns and looks at you and it scrambles away. What do you do?
Is Calcif here with us?
Calcif he's here, but he is like, he's still awake. He's still in his body. He's like a shadowy figure.
Does he seem to be doing anything or just sitting there and waiting for us?
He looks like he's waiting for you all to return.
Okay. Then I'll walk towards the figure.
Okay. Or
at least where it went.
Yeah. As you get closer, you note that the face is just a pure plane of glass. There's no, beyond the humanoid figure of the small child, you can't tell anything else. It scrambles on all fours away from you in just sheer panic at your approach, and it gets up onto its legs and it begins to run toward the forest, looking over its shoulder at you.
What? Wait, come back!
Make a persuasion check.
Eight.
It hears you, and it looks over its shoulder, and it trips, and it falls on the ground. And you hear a like the sound it would make if someone like broke plexiglass, like a crunch. And it stands back up and it limps, but it doesn't stop, and it just continues limping frantically away. It fades into the darkness of the forest.
I'll shout back to the party and be like, guys, there's something in the forest, and then run after it.
Okay. Revius runs toward the forest. However, nobody else sees what he is chasing. Tegan, you're looking in the opposite direction, and you see the mountains, and of course one of the peaks has crumbled down. The swamp flows before you. A swamp that you have visited many times, you have smuggled many people through. And there is a winding, dark path into the swamp. And it does seem to be inexorably drawing you toward it. What do you do?
I hear Revius, and I call out, "Good luck over there!"
That's about the erratic answer I'd expect out of teachers.
And I run towards the sterile waters.
Okay. In the sterile waters, you are... It's a path you've never seen before. It takes you a route you've never gone once before. And you know this place pretty well. At least the first, few miles of it. Leads you deeper and deeper, past river after river. You just run right across the top of the water. You're not having any trouble, but eventually you come to the end, and it's the foothills or mountain spurs leading up into the Barrier Mountains here. And you look to your left, and you see sort of a gravel avalanche has come down. The swampy ground has become like this mass of boiling stone.
Wow.
And as you walk across it, you notice there is a treasure chest on the ground, and you kneel before it, and it's just covered in blood. What do you do?
I look around to see if I could tell where the source of the blood came from.
Mm-hmm. Make a perception check.
Cool.
Cool.
12.
12. You look around and you don't see anyone. But suddenly you note, standing beside you, it's like a dream, like someone's there and you didn't realize they were there. Your brother stands next to you, and he's clutching a piece of paper in one hand, and the other hand, his arm has a long cut on it, and blood is half his arm is covered in blood, and it's dripping on the ground.
Does he look like he's worried at all?
No, his face is completely still, just passive.
Norik, what? When I call his name, does he respond, or is he like?
It's like a dream. It's like he's there, but he's not there.
I open the chest.
Okay. You open the chest, and inside there is a beating heart. Okay, Kopesh. You look to the south. You see Revius chase after the small figure. Well, I guess you don't see the figure, but you see Revius chase after something into the dark forest. You see Tegan run into the sterile waters, down a path that you cannot discern. You see Eleric standing still in a trance. As you look to the south, you see a black cave beckoning for light. The darkness is growing and growing from the heart of the mouth of that cave. You know that's simply it's the mines, but they're darker than you could ever have imagined. It's this piercing darkness that seems to be escaping the mouth of the mine and creeping toward the town. What do you do? Do you go toward it?
Can I walk towards it and cast the light cantrip?
Absolutely. You walk towards it, and as you cast the light from... What does that look like? Where do you cast the light?
From the very tips of my fingers. Just like every fingertip is like a little light bulb.
Okay. You walk to the south toward the dark cave, your hands outstretched before you, blaring with light. The darkness grows, and it seems like it's going to consume you, but you push and you push with your willpower and fight it back. As you get closer, you note that there is a dwarf. One you've never seen before. At first, your heart races thinking it could be Father Krios or something, but you've never seen this dwarf before. It's an old man. He's on his knees, and he's crawling toward something in the darkness. And it looks as though he's crawling toward a source of light, not your own, but another. And as he reaches it, it winks out, and you can hear his panic crossing over through the darkness. Just this, no, 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 as he's scraping the ground and kicking stones around. But as he gets to the source of the light and you push forward with all of your might, your light struggling against the darkness, you hear a laugh. And you say, sorry, that's
Just
not...
the laugh?
Yeah, there was a song that I was gonna stop. As you approach, you hear a laugh ring out across the darkness. And you see something unfurl from the ceiling. And as you push with all of your willpower, all of your might, you send cascading light into the darkness. It stops just before it saves the dwarf from his fate above him. And you just hear his screams as he's pulled into the darkness. Eleric, you look into the dark forest as well. You note Revius, running into the northern forest. You head into the southern forest. Because all you can see, all you can look at is this tall, dark wizard's tower. It's not typically visible in the day. You know that people are aware of it. You know it exists. It's there, but it's just calling to you. As you walk through the dark forest, you hear the calls from your friends as though they were right next to you, even though you know that they've run on their own journeys. Revius calling after someone who fell and hurt herself. Tegan rushing off into the swamps. Kopesh fighting the darkness to the south. As you push into this forest, you stand at the base of this large wizard tower. You've been here before. You've seen it before. You've been inside it before. But this time, the entire tower is made of dark brown glass. And as you look into the glass, you see yourself standing there looking back at you. You peer into it, into the darkness, and you don't feel this change occur to yourself, but your reflection smiles back at you menacingly. And as the mirror of brown glass slowly starts to crack, the smile grows more wicked, and it says, "It's time to wake up, but I still need you." And we will take our 5-minute break here, and you will all awaken back in the basement with Kalsif.
Whoa. Okay.
Eee! So, you all awaken, so to speak. It really doesn't feel as though you were asleep at all. On the floor of the Academia Ens Primum. As you come to, you wipe the sleep away from your eyes and you look around and realize that you were all together in sort of a synchronized state. As you come to and stand up, you can see Kalsif is standing before you expectantly. This is the most excitement you've ever seen on the old elf's face. He has orange eyes, like long white hair tied behind in a ponytail. He's sort of got like tattered robes on. Like he's not super well kept. Very crazy eyebrows. And he's looking at all of you expectantly. And you do see indeed that he has an imp sort of with a notebook and an inkwell in the corner. He's taking notes. He says, "Well, tell me what you saw, each of you."
Why?
Because I need to know.
Can I do a deception check on him?
Absolutely.
All right. I'm gonna be like, you know,
I saw bubblegum and cherry.
it was just typical day outside. Not anything really to write home about. Like,
Okay.
It's a normal dream.
Okay, make a deception check for me.
An 8.
He looks at you and he's like, "Bow right. I know you don't have an honest bone in your body, but you could at least try when you lie."
Maybe. You're catching me on a bad day. You know, none of this stuff typically happens to me when I break into a place.
That's fair. You are Wait, are you implying that you often break into places?
I'm implying that if I did, you wouldn't know about it.
Fair enough. Well, here we are. What was the real dream?
I found a chest with a heart inside of it.
All right. You, Revius?
Ew.
Revius would also like to lie. Or trying to cut the truth out.
Okay.
I don't.
Make a deception check first. I mean, it's going to be the roll that stands, but
Where's my deception? Sorry, I'm blind.
that's okay.
16.
Okay. You can omit some truths with that.
Sorry.
That's okay. I've got plenty of editing work to do today already.
I saw something in the Weirwood Forest. I don't know what.
You didn't see it, or you don't know what it was?
Does it matter?
Yes.
Humanoid.
Humanoid. Like a corpse? And he points at the corpse on the ground.
I don't know. I didn't get close enough. It ran from me.
But it could have been a corpse.
I don't know, like I said.
Are you hard of hearing, old man?
No! Tegan. I can't think of anything witty to say back at you, but just shut up. All right. And you, cleric, what did you see?
Couldn't save him.
Couldn't save who?
That dwarf in the cave. My light wasn't. It didn't. And it's just. I can't. Like Kopesh can't even get his words out.
Oh. He bites his lip as you save the dwarf from the cave, and he kind of moves on, like, suspiciously quickly onto Eleric. Says, well, then, you, Freehold, what did you see?
If I tell you, will you answer some questions about what you know of this place? It looked like the world we occupy, but twisted and dark.
Yes, I will answer some questions, if I can.
I saw, and I'm gonna just tell a partial truth here, so maybe I make a deception check.
Okay.
Oh shit.
This is why I'm hanging out with a bunch of criminals.
What was the roll?
3.
3? Okay.
The two thieves are terrible at lying.
I saw a reflection of myself, but it wasn't exactly me. It was like in low detail.
Where did you see it?
In the forest.
Where in the forest?
Okay. Near the Mage Tower.
I would like insight checks from all of you. And we can have someone roll for you, Greg, if you'd like.
18 for me. I have Kopesh right here.
Okay.
Oh, I can't roll for him.
Oh no, you don't.
Actually,
I got a 21.
Okay.
I got a 21 also.
Okay.
I got a 6.
Okay. Revius, you're still thinking about what you saw. The rest of you, as soon as Eleric finally spits out something about the Mage Tower, you see Calcif's eyes just open with hunger, but he masks it very quickly. So,
going in my pocket.
yeah. What questions do you have for me?
I'm guessing we weren't exactly in a dream. What was that place?
We're not entirely certain. We think that it is another plane. Not ethereal, not Feywild, but something new. New to this realm.
Is it contained? Is there any portals between here and there, or?
So far, this is the only way we've managed to get in, is with the orbs. And
What
it
did
is...
you
And you
see
have-
in your dream?
Make a persuasion.
While you're doing that persuasion check, I'm like, do you know what actually happened to us? Are we cursed? Do you know anything about glass? Us being glass?
I shoot Kopesh a dirty look.
I don't
I
have
cough.
I don't. You can cough. He'll stop and stumble over his words and look at you guys like crazily, like he's like, He'll catch what you're picking up and putting down, but he'll stop talking. But he'll flashes kind of angry glances at you guys.
Okay. When you ask Eleric about the dream that he saw, he says, "I too saw myself in the forest." But that's all he divulges. And to Kopesh, he says, "I do not think that you are sick. I think you are special."
Yeah, my dad tells me that all the time. I know.
I wish I could say he wasn't right, but in this particular instance, my hands are quite tied.
So, going back to you being in the forest, you want us to be forthright. That wasn't really a whole lot to go on here. If you want us to help you, then you need to be a little bit more forthcoming with your answers too.
I saw
Information's
myself.
a two-way street.
I saw myself go into the tower, and then it ended. That is all I have for you. It was unenlightening. The four of you, your dreams matter. I don't know why, but the glass is within you. The glass is everywhere, Tegan. It's in the soil. It's in the mountains. It's in the forest.
What is it?
I don't know. But it's
Not
also
Coronite.
within you.
What do you know about the connection between this plane, the glass, and the Coronite? Why do they need each other?
I don't know.
Where does it come from?
I don't know. This is why I need you. You're the next piece of the puzzle. I just don't know how to fit you in yet.
So we come to your deal. What is it you want from us?
I want you to go to the forest. I want you to seek the glass. I want you, Eleric, to go to wherever it has been that you've been going.
If we go there, we were seeking information beyond what we could find in town. So you're saying there's something we can find out beyond just helping you? Like I'm kind of tripping me out, man.
I'm saying you'll take Cinder here, and he points at the imp, and I'll be watching you from afar when I can, and he'll be taking notes. And you'll learn
No.
what you can learn.
No, I won't take somebody else with me.
Why not, Tegan?
Have you seen the shit show that happened with the 4 of us. I'm not adding another person into the mix.
Hey. Rude.
I don't know what to say, but a deal is a deal. I've taken you a step closer to solving your own mystery, and you can either include me, or I can stop helping you. I said this was
I'll
a
include
symbiosis.
I'll include you, but I'm not taking
You have
this.
all lied to me repeatedly. That's all I have
Yes,
gotten
and
from
you've
you.
lied to everybody else.
Yes, I have to lie. I am saving this town.
Oh, are
If
you?
not
Or are you
for
just
my
in it to
experiments,
learn?
you would all be dead.
I will
Untrue.
gladly give information back to Cinder, but I am not taking Cinder with me.
Take Cinder or the deal is off.
I would like to add an addendum.
Is it including
Cinder sticks
Cinder?
with me and only me.
No, because then you'll just stay behind while the others go forward. Cinder goes with you
No,
as a group.
you don't understand. I'm too invested in this now. I need to know what's wrong with me. You get information through me from me. Tegan gets to go alone. Because Tegan is the best at doing all of this shit.
Thank you.
I'm the best at finding answers. Eleric has his own mystery, and Kopish is our guide.
Cinder goes with you, or you can all leave now and have no more help from me.
Is there any way to suss out if he's bluffing?
You can make an insight check. I think it's... Yeah, make the insight check.
8.
Okay. You sense
What's
desperation.
with these low? Our numbers are kind of off RP today. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go with my gut and say, all right, see ya.
Okay. All right. Tegan leaves. He snaps his fingers and the trapdoor unlocks.
You know, it seems to me that you need us more than we need you.
Yes, but it seems to me you're unwilling to help. Good luck.
Condition is a condition. Compromise is to be made.
I have given you your visions. I have given you the next puzzle. And you have all lied to me and spat in my face. Be gone.
What do you expect when you blackmail somebody?
Be gone.
Kopesh gives him a little nod, gives him a nod, and walks out.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Okay.
You do?
Okay. You all depart. The golem appears to be turned off, or at least in a stationary position. You go upstairs. Nobody is in the room. The darkness still lays across the town of Kierhall. He seems to have been honest to his word. And Tegan, he did let you leave with the orb.
Oh, good. Obviously that orb stay in my pocket. Like, I'm not letting him see anything.
Yeah.
Kopesh turns to the guy, the gal, as they walk out, like, did you guys keep the papers too? Eleric, do you still have your paper that you took?
Yes, though I don't know how much good it does. I still have it.
I think that we should go back to the B&B and talk more in a more secure setting.
Okay.
You do realize that he's not going to let us go that easily, right?
Oh, 100%.
I don't know who that man is, but he's obviously with the Arcanum, and he must have powers to have surveillance on us.
Yes, you all know that Kalsif is the oldest person in all of Galantor that you're aware of. He's older than the land itself because the land is only about 112 years old. He's been here since the beginning, since the founding. So he would have all the information about the founding families. He'd be a great source of information if you were to be on good terms with him. But yeah.
We need him just as much as he needs us, but
It's very true. But you're both so stubborn.
it's honestly, I'm playing chess.
Yeah, I love it. We'll see what comes of it. You know, he played his move. Now it's your turn. You guys you leave. The front door is still unlocked. You leave, no problem. You depart into the night. Perhaps you do a little bit of timing so that the guards don't see you, but that is absolutely no problem. You're all very aware of some of the easier things to navigate as far as breaking and entering. You slink your way across the town, which you're very familiar with, and you make it back to the B&B. Just briefly, one moment. Let me change the music over. You see a light on the front porch of the B&B. Now, as you're approaching the B&B from town, you remember it's on the outskirts. It's on the edge of town. It's looking out over the Stellan Plains. You can hear the winds sweeping across all of the vegetation, all of the hay, the tall grass, etc. that's out there. And you note that there is a porch light on. It's like just a little lantern hanging off the front porch of the little quaint B&B, that two-story duplex building that you reside in the top half. As you approach, you can see that Nipsey is sitting on the stoop. She's on this chair. She's out of her chair. She's on the stairs, and she's got a little platter next to her with 4 cups of tea, and she's waiting.
Is she awake?
She's barely awake. She's like nodding off at her cup. It's like 3 a.m.
She's just like an old halfling woman, right?
An old gnomish woman.
Or gnomish woman.
Nipsey, this is so nice. However, we can't really stay outside right now. We have some pressing business to get to. Please go inside and get some sleep.
You were all so late. I expected you back hours ago. I couldn't sleep.
I'm sorry we worried you. Here, let me help you out.
Oh, thank you, dear. Take the tea. It's terribly cold now.
We will warm it up easily enough.
Could one of you bring me the cream tomorrow, maybe?
Oh, definitely. I'll get you some.
Because you forgot today. And, a gnome never forgets.
Yeah, well, you're talking to Kopesh.
Yeah.
You'll remember tomorrow. I'm not worried about it. All right, I'm just glad to know you're all safe and sound. I'll be going to bed.
I turn and look at Revius and I ask, do you think that you can make something that will ward off any surveillance?
Well, I can certainly try. Really just depends on the type of surveillance. Do you mean peeking eyes and ears, or?
I mean, yeah, something like that. They can't hear us.
Egan, we need protection against divination magic if we really want to be secure.
We definitely need it now that Kalsif is.
I don't like feeling like every thought, every word that I speak could be overheard by someone else. Anywhere.
I think that the safe house is the best place for us right now, but we definitely need to keep our defenses up.
Tegan, I don't like to borrow money, but I could use 200 gold pieces to grab some ingredients at the marketplace.
I wave it off and I say, my father will be glad to give me the gold.
I mean, while we're at it, work hasn't been paying me the bonus that they promised, and I need a pearl.
Go ahead and say that it's for the bout rates.
Okay.
Excellent.
I think I'm good, thanks.
As we're hitting up the proverbial piggy bank that is the Balrog estate. Okay, you guys head inside. You can make a tinkering check if you would like, Revius, to see if there's something that you can whip up quickly.
I mean, sure, yeah. How do I make a tinkering check? Because I don't quite remember. Is it just...
20 plus your proficiency.
Okay. Oh, 21.
Okay. What you end up doing is you take 4 stones and you channel into them a high-pitched wailing noise. And you place them on each corner of the room, and you have a decent hope that anyone looking in, that the sound, you can all hear it. It's like a slight ringing, but it's very obnoxious, and you're hopeful that any magics that try and penetrate your room, as far as divination goes, that they'll be very disrupted or at least garbled.
Arius comes back after placing the last one and is like, I tried modeling this after the hagstone. Oh, God. And then he takes his earplugs out and is like, this is gonna be annoying.
Oh God, yes.
Should work.
Thank you so much, Revius. This is definitely going to be something that we absolutely need now that we're in uncharted territory.
Indeed. I would like you all to make a perception check. As you were being cautious, very cautious.
Nat 20.
Excellent. Okay.
I got a... Oh, wait, no. Yeah, I got a 7. An entire 7.
18 for me.
18. Excellent. Okay. Kopesh, you think you hear something, like scratching at the roof, and you look over to Tegan, and Tegan looks at you and slowly nods. Tegan, you make out the tiniest footsteps of Cinder the Imp creeping up invisibly up the roof.
I snap my fingers to get everybody's attention. I point upwards and I say, we might have an issue already. I think from this point on, and in a hushed tone, I say we should probably not all come in at the same time.
Come into where?
Here, we're being followed.
Yes.
Our friend here, our friend Kalsov, is already tracking us.
Well, we already knew he would, right?
I didn't think that he would be this fast about it.
Man's got a way with old magic and shit.
Eleric, by any chance, do you have a spell that can trap our dear imp friend?
Well, I mean, we don't have to go magical with this. Just toss a bucket of water toward the ceiling.
He is on the roof, not like on the ceiling. He's not in the room with you.
Oh, I see. Okay. I don't have much at the time. Perhaps one of your snares would work, Revius?
I could. It would take time to set up, though, on a roof, at the very least. It might see me. And also see the snare.
More preparation. I mean, I could certainly catch it, as long as it's going to be tailing us for a little while. The gold that I got from you, was for a certain type of spell.
You want me to cast silence on the roof or something? Make it.
That would work.
Absolutely.
It would drive him in or away.
I could always cast Fairy Fire, just to like, hey, we know you're here, fuck off.
I don't think that the best course of action is to alert him to knowing that we know.
Oh, I feel like if I
Like doing an attack, I mean, like towards it to ward him away. I think that silence would be a good idea to kind of force him to either come inside so that we can have something set up.
Okay.
But that's just my thought.
We're on the second floor, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm assuming there's at least a window or two.
Yeah, there's probably at least a window in every room.
That's a lot of windows.
Yeah, usually houses have a lot of those.
I was thinking I could set up snares underneath like all the entryways, but if it's an
That's-
imp, it can probably fly.
Quite a few. Hey, it sounds like it's not urgent at least, and it's been weighing heavily. I'm sorry that I got you guys all into this at the academia. I'm sorry that I whisked off in a gas. I think I can do better.
Kopesh looks at you and he just kind of like giggles and just laughs. He's like, for as long as I've known you, you've always been curious. We're at this point, you know, we're in this.
Thank you. I promise to let you know before I whisk off again.
We just need to.
Yeah, you owe me dinner for that one.
We just need to follow plans. I understand that we didn't really plan that well, and to be honest, I typically don't plan when I'm out by myself. I'm not used to being with other people, and that's on me. But
Hey, I
my
bet you next time,
reputation is
TJ, I'll
at
come up
stake
with a
here.
better plan than you.
Your reputation, I think there's a little bit more at stake now. Maybe even our lives.
That's fair.
I mean,
What's done is done. We can't really take it back.
True.
Jinx. All right, so the party has reconvened at the B&B. You know you're being listened to, at least here and now. You're trying to put the events behind you. What would the party like to do or look forward to? It's very late. You are probably starting to get a little fatigued as the adrenaline wears off. You have another day left before your work week resumes.
I have an idea, guys. Kopesh, can you cast silence very quickly?
All right, it'll be my last one for the day, so.
That's perfectly all right.
I'll do so.
Okay. I'm assuming that in this time I have a very brief window to explain myself, right?
Well, are you in the silence sphere?
Yes.
If you have a pen and paper, you can quickly explain.
Okay.
Silence, you can't make a sound when you're in the silence spell.
Okay.
So if
You can't talk.
yeah.
So I grab a pen and paper and I write out, I think to catch this imp, we should lie about where we're going and set up a trap.
Kopesh has a thumbs up.
Revius will mouth out where. Hey, I know somebody who has a very small apartment and probably no windows in the basement.
Suggest
Kopesh looks at you sideways like,
I will write that down.
Okay.
I give a thumbs up.
Okay. The silent spell fades. Unless it lasts
Wait.
longer than a minute.
It's concentration up to 10 minutes.
Okay, I'll let it go a little bit longer if there's something more you want to write.
Yeah, I take the pen and paper very aggressively and go, what trap? Who trap? And then just show it. Like, whoosh.
I can always I write down that I can hide behind something. All we need to do is snare it, and then I can tie it up.
I'll write down, I have glyph of wording. The expensive.
If you're typing, please read it out loud for Greg and any listeners. Your minutes tick away, one after another.
Spell triggered. Go boom.
You do realize he's probably a familiar. If you kill it, that'll get it off your back for a day. Like, it'll come back, but I mean, you guarantee that you're safe for a while till he finds you again.
Revius will just write out, kill it? Question mark.
If we have to. I'm not familiar with familiars.
Yeah. Eleric would... I mean, Eleric said spell triggered go boom. He is the one that would be most aware that, like, familiars are just resummoned.
So Revius will make a checklist as he writes, and he says, plan checklist 1, lie to monkey. 2, set trap in basement. 3, if trap no go off, kill.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. The silent spell fades. Chicago's on fire. All right.
Somebody.
Someone save Miriam.
Aw. So, the party is back in the B&B. You're upstairs. There is noise again.
Look, I don't know about all of you, but this noise is making me go insane. What can we go somewhere else?
Yeah, let's get some. There has to be at least one bar that's doing business for the miners. Let's go. But maybe we can stop by somewhere before we actually go eat, right?
Well, I mean, my house is close to the, on a stick alleyway.
Revius, you have some drinks at your house too, right?
Of course. What do you think? I just sit in my lab all alone, just working away.
I kind of
nothing?
do. I kind of do. You don't eat
Oh.
sometimes.
No.
Now it just sounds like you sit alone and drink, but... Oh.
I'm done with this conversation. I'm walking out of the room.
Okay.
Okay, we're done in Soki. Here we come.
Okay. You all depart?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm on edge.
Fair enough. Okay. You all depart. You're heading down. You head over to Revius's workshop, which is very, very close. It's just like 3 blocks from here. So no checks necessary, but you get to Revius's apartment. It is the cramped little townhouse, and you go down a cellar entrance. And you can, Revius, you probably have like keys and padlocks, but you let yourself into the cellar workshop. And it is very cramped just because there's so much crap, so much... there's boxes of scrap, there's tools lining the walls, there's, pegboard everywhere, and everything imaginable hanging off of the wall or a hook in the ceiling. And you have a little smithy set up to billow outside. And
I start touching experiments.
Please don't. Okay, the booze isn't there. Try and check just in... Fuck. I don't know what the layout of this looks like. Like, I have it in my mind.
Draw it up for me sometime. But let's assume that it's a small square for the time being.
Okay. Is there any room for an apartment? Like a small...
I assumed the apartment was upstairs in my mind, but if you want it to be like a little studio apartment, you're welcome to have it that way. It's not really important right now.
Okay. Look,
Just tell me
check
what it
the
is.
cupboards for booze, and I'll make sure I didn't leave it downstairs. Wink, wink.
Your cupboard's a little high.
Well, then have Eleric hold you up or something. Or just stand on that box. No, not that box. The other box. Yes.
Is anyone setting a trap? Because this imp's about to roll in here.
I was gonna go down to the stairs leading to the basement and set the trap.
Okay. So we are upstairs, not in the cellar.
Yeah, I'm kind of imagining it's just basically an open little, like, it's a little ledge with stairs and then 80% basement. Like, that's about it.
Okay. Very good. You head down to the basement.
Okay. I want to set snare.
Okay. You begin to cast the snare spell, which we know will take a minute. What is everyone else doing?
I want to hide behind a box or something that's in the cellar.
Okay. Make a stealth check with advantage, because you've got a lot of preparation time here, and it's a very cluttered basement.
All right. 27.
Excellent. I can guarantee no passive perceptions are going to find you. Anyone else?
Is there only one door in and out of here?
Correct.
Yes.
Upstairs, there might be another door out, but in the cellar, there's only one entrance.
Okay. I'm going to cast Arcane Lock on the door from the inside. So
Okay.
that there's no way to get out.
Okay. How will the creature get in?
There.
So it's only if they try to get out.
Okay, sure. Excellent. All right, there is an arcane lock on the wall. The snare is set in the basement. Tegan is crouching behind a barrel. Is everyone ready?
Yep.
All right. Several moments pass. Kopesh, what are you doing? Are you just upstairs drinking?
Oh, by the way, I don't have booze.
Okay, Kopesh is upstairs looking for booze still.
Like, Revius doesn't drink. You all might have found this out by now, since we've been friends for a little bit, but Revius does not like drinking.
Okay. So Kopesh is hunting for alcohol that does not exist. When I'm not going to have you make perception checks, you hear the door creak open ever so slightly. The creature is incredibly stealthy, and of course he is tiny, and he can fly, and he's invisible. But as Eleric and Revius are downstairs making, I don't know, general small talk or some noise or tinkering with something, the creature does try to creep downstairs. When, with an arcane hiss and snap, the trap sets, and you look over and you see an imp just flapping his wings, trying desperately to get out of this thing that yanks him upside down.
Motherfucker!
TJ, now!
TJ?
I jump out and try to tie the thing up.
Okay. Make a strength athletics check with advantage because he is restrained.
I got a 5.
Okay. You can, like, you tie his legs and he's just fighting you like,
I get kicked in the mouth.
yeah, pretty much. It's an ugly affair, but you do eventually get him. Like, he's tiny, and he's strung up by the snare. You get him eventually, but any onlookers would be not super impressed with the conflict unfolding before
It's not my expertise.
It is not. You have a hog-tied imp sitting very, very angrily in the cellar looking at all of you.
Guys, what do we do? I mean, should we leave it here?
Should we leave it here? Yeah. No, don't leave me here.
Can it speak? Can speak.
Yeah, of course I can speak.
Cool.
Not your run-of-the-mill owl. I'm cool.
I want to kill it.
You stay the fuck away from me. I see that look. Big man. Girl, whatever
If
you
you
are.
kill it, it'll be back in a day, and we'll have to go through all of this again.
Yeah. Sucks to suck.
I mean, he can just.
Can we keep it? Can we keep it in a secure location that it can't get out?
Why didn't you just take me with you? Oh, because then all this
Like
time
being
would have been
spied
wasted.
on.
He sticks
Here's the
Look,
thing.
how about we just leave it tied up in my basement and we leave?
Yeah.
I could lock the door, and
Can I
that's
take his notes?
How long does that spell that you just cast last, Eleric?
The arcane lock, it's
Yeah.
until dispelled.
Oh,
No, you don't want to leave me here. I'll cause all sorts of hell.
Yeah, it's
But
true.
you don't want to kill me either.
I'm sorry, I'll ask
seems
again.
like you're trying to get us to kill you.
What was that, Kopesh?
Does he have his notes on him?
Yeah, we'll say he's got a notebook.
Can I take it?
Yes. He scrambles and he fights. He's like,
No, not my notes.
can we put it? Can we put it in the barrel and lock him in a barrel?
You're animals. All of you.
Barrel is much more spacious than death.
No, if I
Do
die,
you
I get to
agree
go home.
not to follow us?
Yes.
Liar.
I don't trust that.
I'm inside checking that.
I mean,
Put a lot of that.
I didn't even call for a deception check. So don't worry.
19.
Yeah, he's lying completely.
Yeah.
Can I read his notes and see what they say?
Sure. They're very, very poorly taken notes with lots of doodles about
Oh,
you guys
fuck,
in your
I
dreams.
knew it.
There's like a gnome running into a
fucking
dark
knew it.
cave.
I think that the best course of action is locking him into a barrel. He can't get out, right?
Can you do
Right.
that lock thing again, Eleric? The magical thingy.
Well, you see, I've got to sleep. I'm pretty damn tired after everything we've been through. Maybe
Yeah, I
in the
thought I was
morning.
gonna be able to pass out with alcohol, but I guess not.
At the very least, we can trap him in the apartment, and my poor workshop will go to hell.
I'll destroy everything. Everything. Leave no survivors.
Oh. Let me just gather a few tools first. Rivius cries on the inside and goes to around the workshop and collects like a few pliers and a few forge things, and
I'm gonna burn this place down.
you can try. It's mostly made of stone.
Whole block. Just burn it all down.
Sounds like a challenge.
Are you sure, Rivius?
No, absolutely not. But before I change my mind, you better just accept it. Unless we have a different solution.
He looks at Tegan, and then he says,
And after I burn this place down, I'm gonna burn that old gnome's lady's house down.
I take my dagger, I fucking just stab him.
All right.
okay. You stab him right in the neck. He's like, ah! Psh! And he's gone.
What the hell? Why did you fall for that?
Well, I guess that works too.
Sorry, guys. I am not letting anything happen to Nipsey.
No, that's fair. He's a rather nasty bastard.
Time we'll be more prepared.
On the
Hey,
bright
it's-
side, we did take away one of his bargaining chips right now.
Yeah.
Kopesh, did you get a
By
look
the
at those
way,
notes?
Look, I'm not gonna be able to move. Can I just crash here for the night, Revius?
yeah, sure, if you can find space. I'll see if I have any blankets. Be like a sleepover or something.
What were you gonna say, Revius?
Is my door just locked forever now, Eleric? Can I...
Sorry. The password is Coronite.
Oh. Okay.
Well,
Works.
Please tell me Eleric used like a 0 instead of an O for one of the passwords. Like,
Core 0 O night. Right. Got it.
Capital C.
Capital C, of course.
all right.
Maybe an exclamation point in there too.
Are you guys resting for the night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
thank God, I'm tired as hell.
Yeah. You can all crash here at Revius's. You can go back to your respective places, but the night does come and go. You are awoken bleary-eyed at the noise of a Sunday morning as the crowds build in the streets and people are pushing and pulling to and fro. It's not technically a work day, but the work in Cure Hall never seems to stop, especially where Revius's workshop is located in the center. It's a busy street, and you know that the dwarves pretty much eternally work. They take time off for big celebrations only. What would you all like to do?
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Hello.
Yo, I'll be on breakfast duty.
Breakfast. Sounds amazing. Although, does that just mean on a stick?
Shut up.
Okay, that sounds
He was
fun.
gonna sneak out and bring it back and act like he cooked it.
Oh.
I mean, I don't have a kitchen.
I've got to grab a few things from the marketplace before we head out. Kopesh, do you want to come with me? Maybe we'll find some food.
Yeah, but let's try and save it for my pops, if that's at all possible.
I want to go to Noric.
Okay. We're gonna be handling downtime very swiftly.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't expect that to be a very long encounter anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those of you that want to buy materials, you find the Bowright name gets you what you need. Add it to your inventories. Only what you ask for, please. I would say probably we'll put the cap at 200 gold for now. Otherwise, Tegan has to explain to Daddy why so much money is flowing to random people in the town.
Is that 200 per person or altogether?
200 per person.
Okay.
Kopesh wouldn't have taken any.
Okay. The rest of you go out, you get your goods, you get your foods, and then you can meet up. And I'm guessing, Tegan, do you want to go alone to Noric?
Yeah, I do want to go on to Noric.
Okay. So you head over to the armament, and you hear the pinging of someone working inside, working the smithy.
I walk in.
Okay. You walk in and you see Noric. He's grown a little bit since you've seen him last. It looks like he's a little less wiry than he used to be. He seems to be just focused immensely, like on self-improvement and working on things. He's got a blacksmith's apron on. He's got a little hat on that seems to be protecting the top of his head and his hair from like sparks that fly. And he looks over to you and he throws the hammer down onto his workbench and he puts his hands on his hips and he says, Tegan.
I came here because it's gonna sound insane. I had a dream. You were in front of a chest with your half of the map. Your arm was bloodied. I just want to make sure that you're going to be safe.
I'm perfectly safe.
Please don't do anything that's going to get you hurt. I know that we have our differences.
You don't have the right to tell me how to live my life after you stole years of it.
I deserve that. I still care about you, though.
Is that map all you think about? You dream about? Is that what you've come for? Do you just want your half of the map?
Things are happening in this city that I don't think you're fully aware of, and I just want to make sure that you're safe.
I am safe.
Have you been looking into the map?
No.
Inside the chest was a beating heart. I'm not sure what that means. I'm sure that it might be my own obsession. But just be careful. Don't do anything for the primum.
Okay. I won't do anything for the primum.
And I leave.
As soon as you walk out the door, you hear the tinging resume. The very terse conversation. He wasn't giving you much in the way of response. I didn't call for insight checks. I think because you probably assume that he's hearing you, but he doesn't care. There's still that simmering response. But you do leave, I will say, with the sense that you at least tried, that you did tell him important things, and that he did hear them.
That kind of eases my worries a little bit, but there's something about that beating heart, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go back to the party.
Okay. Excellent. The party can reconvene. Where would you guys like to meet? Back at the B&B? Back at the Revius's workshop?
Maybe the workshop might be a good location to reconvene.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you're back at the workshop.
So, are we headed into the forest then?
Yeah, your mom actually wanted me to go to the King's Tree.
To go where?
The King's Tree.
I thought that's where we were headed anyways. That's the next location on the map, at least.
Yeah, I think that that's still probably the best place to go. I do think that we should be a little bit careful about going directly there, because we don't know if Kalsov is going to have a different way of tracking us.
And look, there is that other location in the forest too, the one that Kalsov was talking about, that I know where to go to.
Well, as long as you guys know the way, that's fine. But before we leave, I need to drop this cream off.
I would assume that he can't follow both of us.
Do you want to split up?
I do.
Very well. 2 to one, 2 to the other.
All right. Two of
What
whom
if we
to where?
encounter more danger, especially in the forest?
I mean... Run? Fight? I don't have any other answers than that.
I hear the reservation. I just also don't want to give Kalsif any more information than we have.
The more I think about it, an imp could be following us, but Kalsif could turn invisible at any time, and we don't ever really know if we're being watched here and now. So I don't know if splitting up is really going to do us much good. Maybe there's a better option.
I mean, we could individually, or not individually, we could just hit one up than the other, but...
If we're going to all
think-
go to the same location, we're going to have to set out separate ways. We just can't all go at the same time.
That's fine.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, so where do we want to go? King's Tree or the...
Let's go to the tree first.
I will stress that none of you have ever seen the King's Tree.
Oh,
and
that's
no one
fair.
knows how to get to it.
Well, I have the map, don't I? I
You
guess
have
it
the
doesn't
map.
directly lead me there, though.
Yeah.
It's approximate, right?
Yeah.
But we've got to drop this cream off first.
Okay, we drop the cream off, then we go search for the King's Tree. If it so happens that we are still searching after, let's say, an hour, Eleric, how about you go to wherever you want to go, find your answers, and take somebody with you?
Sure. Let's. I mean, it's a multi-day trek out into Mage Tower. Let's stay together for better or worse, I think.
Okay.
All right, let's go out.
I didn't realize it was a multi-day trek.
We'll say that it is to the Mage Tower, which is deep in the forest. You guys can always set a time limit for yourselves. Like, oh, we go out to the forest until this hour, and I need to be back at work. Okay, we give up if we don't find it.
Well, we can prepare at least to go out to the Mage Tower afterwards.
Yeah, and it can be a next week thing. Like, we're going to have downtime.
Well, it's a multi-day trek, and this is like, what, the Sunday? So we have to be back in town by Monday at least.
You can make it to the forest in hours, and you can investigate 4 hours, and then you can make it home. You just probably can't push all the way to the Mage Tower.
Okay.
Okay.
So, let's go find this King's Tree then.
Hopefully. I'm really not one for mucking about in the forest.
Okay. So the party gathers, and you head over to the B&B. Kopesh, you bring Nipsey her cream, and she squeals excitedly, gathering it up, and then goes inside and says, "I'm going to make yogurt."
Yeah, that sounds delicious.
Yes, with vanilla, and then tea. It will be ready for you when you get back.
Ooh, I have a better reason to come back alive, he grins.
You better come back alive, or I'll fucking kill all of you.
Okay.
Then she settles in with her cream. So, you guys mentioned that maybe you want to go solo, slipping out one by one.
Yeah,
Okay.
I still think that's the best course.
Okay. And you're just going to meet up somewhere in the forest, on like the forest's edge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Who would like to go first?
I would like to go first because I want to stealth my way through the crowds.
Okay. Make a survival check and a stealth check for me.
Okay. 15 for my stealth. And I'm going to use my deception. I mean, my corruption.
Okay. Excellent.
So I got a 14 for survival.
Okay, bear with me one moment.
Every opportunity that I can to use it.
Hey man, I dig it. I mean, it's also going to stop you from having to roll a complication. So, Tegan, with your check, you managed to very stealthily navigate the city streets of Cure Hall on this easy Sunday. You slip from alley to alley until you eventually find yourself on a familiar bridge to Halfton, dancing past Halfton out into the fields. You do a lot of like doubling back, zigzagging, taking some time, like stopping places and looking over your shoulder, patiently waiting and listening, moving with the wind and the shade, etc., until you finally, after like a couple hours, you reach the the forest's edge, and you hunker down, waiting behind an old abandoned wagon that the lumberjacks seem to have left behind.
While I'm doing that, also, could I, like, have my perception? Like, can I be aware, or, like, try to be aware of any footsteps or anything that could be behind me?
What's your passive perception?
I think it's 13, but let me look. Yeah, 13.
Okay, excellent. You have heard nothing, and you think you're in the clear.
Okay.
All right, who would like to go next?
I'll go next.
All right.
You go next.
Huh? Me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Make a survival check. If you're being stealthy, you can attempt it.
Not really, but I am meandering. Like, I'm stopping at places. I'm, like, moving through on a stick. Like,
Okay.
oh, I'm just out shopping on my day off.
Okay.
Ooh. 19.
19. Excellent. You do just that. You meander through town briefly, and you come and go to your favorite stops. Perhaps you stop off at your favorite on-a-stick restaurant.
Yeah.
You grab some food to go, and you're munching on some delectables as you travel out beyond the city reaches. And eventually you come upon a wagon, and you see Tegan waiting for you expectantly. You hunker down next to her, and the two of you watch out over the distance. What's your passive perception?
Me?
Yes,
Oh. It was 12.
12.
It's
Okay.
not great.
You believe you have not been followed. Who would like to go next?
I'll go.
This music is perhaps a hair too epic for this.
Just a wee bit.
Survival check, Sir Bryce.
Stealth? No, it's survival.
You can
14.
also make a stealth check. 14?
Yep.
Okay. You head out. It takes you a little bit longer than it took the rest. Well, I guess Tegan's was about the same, but Tegan was being very, very cautious and stealthy. You're relatively certain that you are not under any suspicion as you travel outward. What is your passive perception?
11.
11? Okay. Yep, eventually, after several hours of tracking your way across to the forest, you arrive at the wagon, and you hunker down behind it. Kopesh.
I guess that leaves me up the rear, huh?
Indeed. Could you make a survival check for me, please?
Kopesh is gonna get stopped.
So let's see. Survival check. That is a. Oh, fuck. 9.
9. Roll a d12 for me.
That is a 8.
8. All right. Let's see. You are trying to leave Kier Hall. And as you get to the bridge at the far end, and you can see Hafton in your sight, you can see the forest beyond, not more than an hour's walk out of town, when someone yells your name out from the crowd. Kopesh! Kopesh!
You muted my friend.
Yep.
Dang it. I'm busy. Who is that? Who's yelling?
Forgive me for the pronunciation. Jareen? I don't know how to pronounce the character.
Let me check. Okay, let me.
It's Jaerean.
Oh, Jareen. Yeah, Jareen.
Okay.
That's as close as. I haven't really, I haven't really yelled it out loud before.
Yeah, Jareen comes running up to you, and Jareen is a halfling, but he's very well put together, sort of immaculate and splendorous. And he stands before you, and he looks you up and down, and he says, "Kopesh, I need you to go back to the Holy Hall and do bonus guard duty."
Wait, today's not my day.
I don't care.
Oh, you can't throw this on me now.
Oh, I can and I will. I've seen the way Father Krios is. He just slacks with you. He just favors you for no reason at all.
I'm kind of on an errand. Is there any way I can come back and do this a little bit later? This is really important.
Make a persuasion check.
Ah, jeez, this guy is not going to listen to me.
With the way our checks have been going, probably not.
I got an 11.
Okay. He grabs you by the arm. He says, "You're coming with me."
I'm really sorry. I will apologize to everybody. I really have to get this taken care of. I'm going to try and just wrench my arm out and try and, or definitely, not wrench, maybe just gently try to like smooth my way out.
Okay, make a dexterity saving throw.
Jeez.
Or an acrobatics.
Please.
Whatever you prefer. Whatever's better.
I want to try acrobatics.
Okay.
Hello with these rolls. Okay, that's a 13.
Okay. He scrambles with you. You guys are like getting tangled, and he's trying to grab you deftly, and you just keep like batting him away barely. But like he grabs the edge of your shirt, and you're like, "No!" And you slip out of his grasp, and you run. Kopesh, you have escaped the duties of your evil overlord.
No, it's not the optional duties. Remember, I'm not in trouble because it said bonus guard duty. So that doesn't count.
Yes. You run off into the forest, and you just hear Jareen yell, "Kopesh!" But after not too long, you do arrive at the wagon, and you see your friends waiting for you expectantly.
I'm puffing. Guys, I'm in so much trouble when I get back.
What happened?
They tried to put me on... Jareen tried to put me on bonus guard duty again. So I tried to persuade him, didn't work. I had to flip away and run.
Hopefully that doesn't weigh too heavily on your job.
It was bonus guard duty.
Station in the church.
It was even though I just made door duty. It's not my day to do it. He can't. Well, he could, but he can't just unilaterally make me do this.
I mean, my boss makes me do that every day, but, I have a shit job, so...
He's not really my boss. I mean, I'm under Father Krios technically. He's kind of like an annoying senior coworker.
Well, good luck.
Sounds like
on
a
Monday.
boss.
Depending on how Monday goes, I might actually need that loan from you, TJ, if I'm not making steady capital.
Oh.
You can do guard duty at the B&B.
No, garbage duty is what I moved up from. I'm not doing that again. Anyway, don't we have something more important? Let's not talk about me. Let's talk about what we're here for.
Yeah, can we see that map? What direction are we supposed to be headed in? I know the forest, but not tremendously well.
I pull out the map and see if I can suss out a route.
Yeah. Easily enough. You see that you are in the right direction. It looks like it wants you to head in directly east from one of the old lumber sites that have been shut down.
I think that we're supposed to go towards the lumber site. And I move towards that area.
Okay, yeah. It's not far from where you were. You're directly east of it. Like Cure Hall is, if you look at the map. It's directly there, so.
Do we happen to be going towards the southern one?
You do, the southern one.
Hey, guys.
What's up?
Fuck, what's his name? Clevis.
Calcif.
Calcif. Thank you.
No, all right, Cletus.
Clevis.
Latest.
Yeah, hey, y'all better do some skyrim for me. Y'all be able to get over here.
Didn't Calcif say something about the southern lumberyard and bodies?
Yeah, that they found the very zombie undead thing that we killed was there.
Buried under a tree.
Oh, I missed that part.
Could that possibly be the tree?
Might be. I mean, I guess we'll find out.
We don't have much else.
Hey,
Okay. Tegan, I'd like a survival check from you. This is a simple survival check, by the way. Not a pass-fail.
13.
Okay. Greg, you're muted.
Don't.
Okay. I know you were talking shit. I can see that grin. You guys follow Tegan's lead, and Tegan leads you just to the north a hair. And you follow the tree line until eventually, looking into the dense thickets, you can see that there indeed was a logging path. There's 4 ruts dug into the earth where wagons would have gone back and forth, laden with just tons of wood. The city has a lot of need for wood, whether it's construction or shipbuilding or everything. Wood is ubiquitous with labor. So it's odd that they would have given up work on the most convenient part of the forest. However, you just slip in and you follow these tracks for a while. Eventually, the southern Weirwood, as divided by the Longwood Road, was thought to be the kinder of the 2 segmented forests. The logging operation was running smoothly for some time along the outer rim of the forest until the loggers gave up. The swaths cut out of the trees and the forest sweep inward like a giant's hand reaching inward and collecting those trees and ripping them out of the forest. Left behind are the many dots of ruined trunks already sprouting seedlings and becoming overgrown with brush. So this is a large segment of just trim trees. Like, you can just see dots of stumps, and as you walk in following the wagon ruts to a central location, eventually you can see that the dense thicket edge leading into the forest is looming ominously beyond, and obviously that's where they stopped work.
Ain't this a pretty sight?
wouldn't expect this to be as abandoned as it is here. I wonder what happened.
If you head inward, you do see one felled tree just completely over on its side that they did not harvest. And that's at the far end of the clearing.
Is that where the work sort of stopped?
Yeah. Yeah, it just becomes true forest beyond that point.
I head towards it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same.
Same.
Okay. It's uprooted completely. Like the roots are fanning out. There's a huge hole. It's just fresh dirt. Nothing seems to be growing out of it either.
Can I go look at the root region?
Yeah. Make an investigation check for me.
17.
17. Excellent. What are you exactly trying to suss out?
Oh, just anything non-natural or the shape of the tree, you know.
Mm-hmm. Looking deep within, you see a couple things. You see that there are fragments of cloth that the roots literally have grown like around. Like it's like two roots together growing outward, and in between it, nestled, is old rotten cloth. So something grew around probably the corpse. You're assuming these are the clothes of a corpse. You also note that there are thin filaments of glass in the dirt. That brown, long strands of glass. And if you were to like touch them, they just shatter instantly because they're so fine and thin.
Well, this must be where that corpse came from. Which must have been very old. I mean, these trees take, 100 years, 50 plus years to grow? And so this corpse was here a long, long time.
Does anybody know when Cure Hall was founded?
You recall the Centennial was just announced last week. Or yesterday, rather.
I remember all that screaming around town? All those annoying kids?
Well. Maybe.
What's a corpse doing all the way out here
Maybe.
under a tree 100 years ago?
Logging accident?
Or the 6th family. 6th or 5th?
6th.
The 6th family is real.
I knew Father Krios wouldn't let me down.
As you're all huddled... Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay.
Okay. As you're huddled around the crater, looking down in, Eleric, you in particular feel a sensation that's familiar to you. Like a prickling across the back of your neck, or a slight elation in your emotions. A set of golden eyes peer out from the darkness of the forest. Eleric, you've returned. You note...
Do I recognize them?
Yes, you note the Forlaren. A creature with satyr-like legs slinks slowly out into the light, just enough so that you can see him. Humanoid-ish, however short and hunched over, with large bulbous golden eyes, hooves for feet, and he's just this crunched up little creature, and he looks out, and he immediately recoils from the sunlight, and he says, "We've been expecting you."
Yes, sorry, some things have kept me in the city as of late. These are my friends. This is the Forlaren.
Yes. Hello, friends.
My hand is like very much ready to like attack this thing.
That's okay. We have an agreement. It is not of this world, but not a danger.
I don't know.
With...
Are you
Go ahead.
sure you know this thing?
We have an arrangement. Yes, I do know this thing.
With lurching movements, he like loops an arm that's like unusually long, with these long knobby fingers around a trunk of a tree, and he leans off of it and he says,
Come closer. Come into the forest. We have so much to discuss. Come to Gravlutz. Let him take you deeper.
Actually, we may be headed that direction eventually, but have you been to this part of the forest much?
I do not like being this close to the humans. Saws and axes, they're all.
Have you heard of a certain king's tree?
Yes, come into the forest. Deeper yet. We want to find it also.
Do you want with the king's tree?
The answers we seek. The path, yes, the path. We will go deeper. Home.
I look at everybody else in the party besides Eleric and like mouth, what the fuck?
I don't know. Gone insane.
I think I kind of want to go back to work.
Excuse me, for Lauren. I owe my friends some explaining.
Be quick, be quick, be quick. I am within, I wait. Home calls, it beckons me.
Well, guys, you see, I came out into the forest one time on a whim looking for some magical items at the Mage Tower. And many other people have failed or even died on the journey. And I happened upon this creature here that no one else seems to see. I'm surprised you guys can see it. And it lets me into certain parts of the Mage Tower that I can bring some items back. But you can't tell anyone about this.
And here I thought you were just super sneaky. I didn't realize you had help.
It's my secret.
It sees us. They all sees us.
Why do we have to keep this a secret?
Can he not talk to us while we have this conversation? I'm just like, can we like scoot away from that? Every time he talks, Kopesh is like,
He
Kopesh
calls,
is just shielding you.
he calls out to the party and says,
They see us because they have been gifted with the glass.
You know about the glass.
It is all
fuck.
about you. It is time for us to go home.
I just want it to be well known. I don't trust that thing as far as I can throw it, and I'm like 2 feet tall.
Yes, but it has answered.
I'm taller than you and it makes me happy.
For Lauren,
Gravluts.
if we go
Gravluts.
and you hear a siren in the background of Chicago calling out the truth.
If we visit you, will you tell us about the glass?
I will tell you all I know about the glass.
Tegan still has her hand ready on this rapier, and she like,
Listen, we're going in here, but we're not going in without light. So I pull out my little magical lamp and I light it with oil, so bright light coming from it.
Okay.
It's okay.
Kopesh, you pull out your lantern of revealing and ignite the edge of the forest with it. And as soon as you do, 50 golden eyes appear beyond in the darkness, arrayed
Jesus.
around you. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
What the fuck?
Oh, God.
Eleric, what the fuck freaky shit are you into?